All right, ladies and gentlemen, in this occasion, we would like to present about three psychoanalysis theories by Ferdinand Lacanian and Jungian. First of all, let us introduce our members. I am Hairunisa Putopulu, and my friend Angelina Merela, Luigi Hantardi, and Elsa Ramadhani. And the first theory will be explained by my friend, Miss Dwiji Hantari. Miss Dwiji Hantari, you are please.
Right, the first theory is the theory by Freudian. So actually this theory is found by Sigmund Freud, and it depends upon the notion of the unconscious. So there are three levels of this theory. The first is that ID, the second is that ego, and the last is that superego. So I would like to explain one by one. The first is that ID. So the ID is the most primitive part of the mind, and also it seeks immediate gratification of desires, needs, and impulses without considering reality or consciousness. So there are some characteristics of this ID. First is that it's present from birth, meaning that when you have born and it stuck with you. And the second is that completely unconscious, and the last is that driven by instincts like hunger and also aggressions. The second is that ego. So the ego operates on reality principle. It mediates between the idea's desires and the external world's demand, trying to satisfy the idea in realistic and socially acceptable ways. So there are some characteristics of the ego itself. First is that it develops during early childhood. Second is that mostly conscious but can also operate unconsciously. And the last is that balances impulsive ID, and judgmental superego. The last is that superego. Superego is that the highest level among all levels. Superego is the moral component of the psyche, and it incorporates societal and parental values, striving for perfection and punishing the ego with guilt when it falls short. So the characteristics of superego itself is that first it develops around age 5 until 6 years old, and then second is that operates on the morality principle, and the last is that can be overly strict or unrealistic. So I think enough from the explanation. The second explanation will be explained by Miss Angelina Mirella. You are pleased.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Jihan. So here I want to talk about theory by Lacanian. So Lacanian psychoanalysis based on the theory of French psychoanalysis, Jacques Lacan, has been widely applied in literary analysis, especially in English literature. So Lacan built on Freud ideas, but emphasized language, the unconscious, and the structure of human desire. There are a breakdown of its core concept and how they relate to literature. So the first is the mirror stage. So the mirror stage is a key idea referring to the moment when a child first recognizes themselves in mirror. And the second is the three orders. So there are sign. So sign is anything that conveys the meaning, and then signifier is thing that give meaning, sensory perception that conjure meaning, and then the last one is signified, that what is of evoked in the mind, mental concept, usually commonly agreed. And then next is desire and lack. So human life is defined by lack or feeling incomplete, and desire drive us, but it's never fully satisfied. Next is the role of language. So Lacan believed that our desires and our unconscious thoughts are mediated through language. And then next is the gaze. So the gaze is referred to how we are aware of being observed, and this awareness can create anxiety or a sense of alienation. And the last one is subjectivity and fragmentation. So we are divided between conscious and unconscious desire. I think that's all the theory of by Lacanian. So the next theory will explain by Miss Elsa. So Miss Elsa, you are please.
All right, so thank you, Miss Angelina. So I would like to explain about Jungian's psychology theory. So Jungian psychology or analytical psychology focuses on understanding the deep and often unconscious forces that shape human behavior, thoughts, and emotion. And there are some key concepts of his theory. So the first one is psyche. It is contains of soul, mind, personality, but the first one is ego. And ego is the center of consciousness, responsible for self-awareness, identity, and decision making. And the next is personal unconscious. So this layer contains memories, experiences, and thoughts that were once conscious but have been forgotten or repressed. And the next is collective unconscious. And related to Jungian's theory, this is a deeper layer of the psyche shared by all humans, and it consists of archetypes and universal symbols inherited from humanity's evolutionary history. So, talking about the archetypes, there are um, some components of it. So the first one is persona, and persona is the mask or social identity one presents to the world. And the next is shadow. Shadow is the hidden or the repressed aspects of oneself, often containing negative traits, but also untapped potential. And the next is anima and animus. It is represents the feminine side in the man, or we call as anima, and the masculine side in woman, animus. And it is reflecting the need for balance between opposites. And the next is great mother and wise old man. It is representing fertility, creation, and care, but also decay, death, and darkness. And in the wise old man, it is represents wisdom, guidance, and insight. And the next is hero. Hero is the archetype that represents the individual's journey of self-discovery, transformation, and over challenges. And the last one is self. Self is talk about the unifying center of the psyche that emerged through individuation, representing wholeness and integration. And the next is psychological types. It is kind of like the MBTI in the person. So the next one is the attitudes, which is talks about introversion and extroversion. And introversion is the turning inward of physic energy with an orientation toward the subjective, and it is turned into their inner world with all its biases, fantasies, and dreams. And the next is extroversion. Extroversions turning outward of physic energy oriented towards the objective, and it is more influenced by the surrounding. And the second is the functions, which is contains feeling, sensing, intuiting, and thinking. And the feeling tells them its value or worth. And the next is sensing. Sensing tells people that something is exists. And the next is intuiting, which is allows them to know about it without knowing how. And the last is thinking, enables them to recognize meaning of something. And that's all from my explanation. And the next presentation will be presented by Miss Haironisa.
All right, thank you, Miss Elsa. Now let's move to the example from those three uh, psychoanalysis theory. First, from Freudian psychoanalysis in Twilight movie, we have Bella Swan. It is exemplifies Freudian dynamics since her deep romantic feelings for Edward are reflections of her innate desire for acceptance and love, and this act called as ID. And the next essay struggles with the moral consequences of her decisions, especially the risks in her relationship with Edward. And this act is called as superego. And while navigating the complexities of her human life amid supernatural obstacles, it is called as her ego. And the second example from Lacanian psychoanalysis in Joker has identity crisis illustrates that called as imaginary order, where his fragmented self-image clashes with social self-perceptions and has alienations highlights the symbolic order and the revealing the oppressive structures that govern social interactions. Ultimately, he embodies the real, as his descent into chaos represents an encounter with the unspeakable aspect of existence that defies rational understanding. And the last psychoanalysis by Jungian in Harry Potter, the hero or the archetype from the Harry Potter is personified by Harry Potter, who integrates various aspects of his character through difficulties which help in his individuation process. And he must face to incorporate the darker aspect of his personality in order to evolve holistically. And as his encounter with Voldemort function as an interaction with his shadow. And to compare three, thi- three True theory by Freudian, Lacanian, and Jungian psychoanalysis. It is each over distinct yet interrelated perspective on the human physique. And Freud posits that behavior is driven by repressed desires and childhood conflicts, that emphasizing the ID, ego, and superegos interpolated, and the role of unconscious motivations. And in contrast, Lacan reframes these ideas through the lens of language and social construct, introducing the mirror stage and the triadic structure of the imaginary, symbolic, and real to elucidate identity formations. Meanwhile, Jung diverges by focusing on the collective unconscious and archetypes, that proposing that shared symbols across cultures shape individuals' experiences and facilitate psychological integration through individuations. And together, these theories enrich our understanding of the complexities inherent in human behavior and identity. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all about our presentations. Thank you.